Welcome to Modern Wounds. I'm Blaze Hunter, and tonight we're diving into a story that has shaken the political heartbeat of America. A leader once hailed as a voice of truth, now questioned, criticized, and condemned. But here on Modern Wounds, we go beyond the headlines to the human beneath the chaos. If you believe that every story deserves to be heard, hit that like button, share this episode, and stay till the end. Because what you'll hear tonight might just change how you see leadership. My guest tonight is Kara Porter. Kara, welcome to Modern Wounds.
Thank you, Blaze. It's strange being here. I've done countless interviews, but this feels different. It's not about saving face, it's about facing myself.
Let's start there. When the debate happened, the moment that went viral, what were you really feeling?
Put out. Even if it burned. Fear, anger, exhaustion. I'd been holding my breath for months, balancing between who I was and who I was supposed to be. That debate, it was supposed to be a performance, but I couldn't fake it anymore. I looked at my opponent, I listened to lies dressed as policy, and I broke. I didn't plan it. I just let the triumph with it. Sometimes, not for what I said, but for how I said it. I let emotion lead, and in politics, emotion is treated like a disease. But I wasn't angry for myself. I was angry for everyone who's tired of watching justice move slower than pain.
Did your care? The media called it a meltdown. Some even said it enter.
They always call honesty a meltdown when it doesn't fit the script. But the truth is, I was tired of performing. You can't save people with a mask on.
So when the cameras went off, what happened next?
Silence, the kind that hurts. My team avoided my eyes, my phone lit up with warnings. I went home and sat in the dark. No TV, no noise, just me and the weight of my own voice. For a moment, I wondered if I just destroyed everything I built. And then, I felt something strange. Peace. For the first time in years, I'd spoken without permission.
That's powerful. But peace doesn't always last, does it?
No, it doesn't. The next morning, the storm began. Headlines twisting words, strangers dissecting my emotions, people deciding who I was without ever meeting me. I became a symbol instead of a person. It's terrifying when your humanity becomes a headline.
How did you handle that kind of public judgment?
At first, I tried to explain myself. I thought if I just clarified, people would understand. But the internet doesn't listen, it reacts. Every word I spoke was twisted into another weapon, so I stopped talking. I shut down my socials, disappeared for a week. I cried more in that week than in the last 10 years combined. But sometimes breaking down is the only way to rebuild.
Kara, that kind of isolation changes people. What did it change in you?
Everything. Before that, I believed strength meant standing tall no matter what. Now I know strength means kneeling when you're shattered, admitting you're not okay. I used to chase approval. Now I chase authenticity.
And what brought you back to the public eye?
My mother. She told me, don't let shame tell your story. She reminded me that silence only helps the people who want you forgotten. I came back because I realized the world doesn't need more perfect politicians. It needs honest survivors.
People still question your leadership. What do you say to them?
I say they're right to question. Leaders should be questioned, but I want them to question me for what I believe, not for how I cry. I've learned that transparency scares people. It forces them to see their own fragility. I'm not flawless, but I'm real.
Let's talk about the controversy itself. The reports say there were financial irregularities in your campaign fund. What's the truth?
The truth is complicated, but not criminal. Funds were reallocated for emergency housing during a local crisis. Lives were saved. Paperwork wasn't perfect. Bureaucracy hates compassion. Because compassion moves faster than protocol. I made that call, I own it. I'd rather answer questions about saving people than apologize for watching them suffer.
That's bold, but honesty doesn't always heal public perception. How do you deal with the hate that still comes your way?
I stopped taking it personally. Hate says more about the hater than the hated. And I've learned something. People project their pain onto public figures. The louder they shout, the more broken they are inside. So I listen, even to my critics. Somewhere in the noise, there's always truth trying to be heard.
That's a level of self-awareness most leaders never reach. Was there a moment when you almost quit?
Every day for a while. There were nights I stared at my resignation letter on the desk. But then I remembered the girl I used to be. The one who believed words could change the world. I couldn't betray her. Not yet.
You talk a lot about the girl you used to be. What would she say if she saw you now?
She'd be proud and scared. She'd see someone scarred but still standing. And she'd whisper, "You're still fighting. That's enough."
You've used the word fight several times tonight. What exactly are you fighting for now?
For truth, for decency, for the idea that you can fall apart and still lead. I want to redefine what leadership looks like. Not spotless, not scripted, just human. Because if our leaders can't be human, then what chance do the rest of us have?
That hits deep. Kara, I want to go personal for a moment. Behind the politics, behind the debate, what's the real wound that drives you?
My father. He was a teacher who believed in fairness more than fortune. He used to say, "Tell the truth even if your voice shakes." He died before he could see me run for office, but I think about him every time I'm tempted to lie to survive. My wound is his absence, and my healing is honoring his values.
That's incredibly moving. If he were here tonight, what would you want him to know?
That I tried, that even when the world called me names, I kept my promise to him. I told the truth, even when it cost me everything.
And what about forgiveness? Do you forgive the people who drag your name through the mud?
I do, because bitterness chains you to your pain. I don't want to live angry. I want to live aware. Everyone who attacked me taught me something. Some taught me patience. Some taught me boundaries. Every scar has a lesson.
You've talked about pain, redemption, and purpose. So I'll ask the question we end every Modern Wounds with. What's your wound? The one that still bleeds quietly, even when no one's watching.
My wound is loneliness. You can stand on the biggest stage in the world and still feel unseen. People look at you, but they don't see you. They see an image, a name, a label. I crave real connection. Maybe that's why I'm here. To remind people that behind every speech, there's a person just trying to be understood.
And maybe that's what we all want, to be seen. Kara, before we close, after everything you faced, do you still believe in hope?
Yes, because hope isn't a promise, it's a choice. You wake up and choose to believe that tomorrow can be kinder. Some days I fell at that, but most days I still choose hope.
That's something we all need to hear. Kara Porter, thank you for your honesty, your courage, and your humanity.
Thank you, Blaze. This wasn't an interview. It felt like a healing.
Maybe that's what Modern Wounds is really about. Healing through truth. To everyone watching, if tonight made you think, made you feel, or reminded you that leaders are still human, don't keep it to yourself. Share this episode, talk about it, let it echo. Because silence is how stories die, and here we keep them alive. I'm Blaze Hunter, and this is Modern Wounds. Stay real, stay aware, and never stop listening.